don't actually meet the Commonwealth Government criteria for being a rural origin student, but I moved 17 times before I was 9. My dad's a geologist and we lived in remote Aboriginal communities. We lived in a tent in the Flinders Ranges. We lived in Western Australia, Northern Territory, Queensland and South Australia. So my childhood was one where my family unit was really important to me because the people around me kept changing. I loved red dirt. We spent a lot of time in deserts. And I've never been good at wearing shoes ever since. I think I always was interested in a caring and health career. My mum's a physio and I loved going to work with her and seeing the patients that she worked with and coming to know them. I don't think I ever felt as a early high school student that I was smart enough to do medicine, but I had a good friend who was a few years older than me. He was in first year and second year medicine when I was in year 11 and year 12, and I thought, you know what, I reckon he's about as smart as me. We got the same mark in year 12, a few years apart, and he was certainly one of the people that inspired me or made me confident enough to think I could do medicine. I'm a rural generalist. I work currently in Mount Gambier, a population of about 27,000. I work teaching medical students in a clinical academic role for Flinders University, and I do procedural obstetrics, so I work about 2 shifts, 2 24-hour shifts a week, looking after the maternity unit in conjunction with a fabulous group of GP obstetricians with the support of specialist paediatricians and obstetricians. So I think rural generalism means to me the opportunity to care for a community and use a broad scope of practice. It means being able to provide primary care to a community either within a traditional general practice setting or in an Aboriginal medical centre, for example. It means having an advanced skill and being part of a multidisciplinary team to use that skill for the betterment of the community. I like it because I don't do consulting room general practice anymore, so I don't feel that I meet the criteria for being a general practitioner, but being a clinician that has a broad scope of training that makes a contribution to a community that would otherwise be without service is definitely what I do, and that is what a rural generalist is. So in my own career, I've been able to move every 5 years or so from consulting room general practice, paediatrics, emergency medicine, obstetrics, clinical work, through the divisions, public health administration work. In my role in the university, I took on teaching and research work, and now this is an opportunity to look at advocacy. So it's been fabulous to have the opportunity and the privilege to have a rural generalist career that allows me to continue to develop in my approach and in my own role. If I think about the journey that has resulted or culminated in me becoming President of ACRRRM, it wasn't a journey that I've done alone. I think that at the top of any, the pinnacle of any organisation is a human pyramid of people that have helped to sort of leverage you up, support you when you feel unconfident, and helped you to recognise that the skills that you have might match the role that is needed. And certainly that's been my journey. I started my involvement in ACRRRM through the John Flynn Placement Program as the chair of the National Advisory Committee. I still feel very passionate about that program and I sort of miss not having that role, Peter Stevens. But on the other hand, each of the times that I've moved within within ACRRRM and been academic director and then vice president, I've been supported to consider what my roles are, what the strengths I have and how I can better use those to benefit ACRRRM. It brings together both my passion in clinical medicine, my commitment to rural people in Australia and my interest in education. So the challenges in this role, right here, right now, is that we have spent quite an amount of time differentiating ourselves from RACGP, and I have been very proud of the things that we do differently. And yet now, in this political climate, we need to find the areas that we share so that we can lead general practice training in this country in collaboration with the general practitioner peers that also service rural Australia. I'm excited about the prospect of making a difference, of being able to take this time of change and make the college have a much more central role, or ensure the college has a much more central role in general practice training. I'm excited about and very proud of the professional development that we provide our members, and I'm excited about the prospect of having a discourse around supporting the well-being of our members as they continue to service rural Australia.